Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with a DIY video. I'm going to be very strategic in this video, but I know a bunch of people had asked me during the holiday time and right before Christmas about the wreaths that I was doing and how did I do it and could I teach them or tell them how and all this stuff, and I kept trying to elude that question. Well, okay, I'm giving in. I didn't want to do it back during Christmas time because I was still kind of learning it myself, but I kind of got it down. I've done a few of them, and so I think I got it to a science, kind of, sort of. I'm just going to make it work how I do it. So this is Boss Lady's way. There are other people on YouTube, on Pinterest who do it, and their ways may be better. So, hey, I take no offense. I told y'all I'm still new to this crafting thing. Anyway, so I had went to Dollar Tree, I don't know, last week sometime over the weekend, and I had picked up some Deco mesh. I picked up red, and I picked up the white and red. They also had pink, but it was almost like a, I don't know, bubblegum pink or Pepto-Bismol pink. I just didn't care for the pink. So I picked up 3 rolls of red, 3 rolls of the white, and then I picked up some Chanel stems, or pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them. Even though there's pink in here, my goal is not to use the pink, only to use the red and white, because that's what color I want my wreath form to be. So I also got these at the Dollar Tree. I picked up some ribbon. It looks like this, says love. I am not exactly for sure how I'm going to incorporate this just yet. I'm still kind of thinking about it, so you guys will just kind of watch the process along with me. And I had to go to Michael's, yes, to pick up my wreath form. And I believe this wreath form was $2.99. And then I used my coupon. This is a 12-inch wreath form. The other wreaths that I did, though, the wreath forms all came from Dollar Tree. So I know for sure when Christmas time comes around again, I'll be picking up a bunch of these so I can have these in my craft area. But I mean, they're not that expensive at Michael's, you know, especially this size. And if you use the coupon, you know, you get it for next to nothing. Still a little more than Dollar Tree, but from what I can feel, these are a lot more sturdier than the Dollar Tree ones. So I'm kind of pro Michael's at this point with this. So I'm just going to show you how I cut my mesh, and then I will show you some mesh that's already cut. Then I will show you how I put it together, and then at the end of this video I will show you the final result, as well as I possibly will link pictures from the other wreaths that I did. So let's get to it. Alright, so I already have one roll already done, and I have 1 roll already cut. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. What I was first taught was, you know, you just kind of pull your mesh apart and measure out about 6 inches and cut every 6 inches. Well, you know, sometimes that's great, sometimes it's not. Then another person showed where they just they took the mesh and they just kind of made their curls. So I just kind of roll it over, and I actually kind of double my roll. So, you know, I roll it once and then roll it twice. And I'm going to pull it up so you can see it. So it's rolled like that. And then I just take my scissors and I cut it. And so I do that until the entire roll is done. So I'll do a couple more of the red, and then I'll show you the white that's already been cut, and then show you how I'm going to attach it. So like I said, just take it, roll it once, and then take it again. Sometimes the mesh can get kind of funny, and roll it twice. Like that. And then take your scissors and cut it. Normally you would cut away from yourself. I'm cutting towards myself. So let me do a couple more of the red, and then I'm going to show you the white, and then show you how to attach it. And the only reason why I want to do a couple more red is because I need the red to attach with the white. So give me 1 second here. I'll probably just do maybe 3 more after this one, just so I have enough, just so you'll be able to see exactly how I am going to attach these. And sometimes like what I'm seeing right now, you'll have some frays. So I don't know if you can see that, but you see that fray? And it's kind of connected to the other pieces. You can take your scissors and just cut it away. So let me cut these other 3 red ones, and then I'll show you how I'm going to attach it. And you don't have to tighten your curls. They don't have to be like super duper tight. You want them to have some kind of a width to them, I guess you could say. So like I said, now that I've been doing this, I don't actually sit and measure. You know, when I first learned how to do this, it was like, okay, I have to learn, you know, step by step and everything. But then, I'm trying to think, was it My Life Full of Hope? I think so. I think it was Hope who showed just how she just kind of rolled them over and cut them. And so, I got 6. So with that, you know, it just seems easier. Now, some of them may be, you know, larger, smaller, whatever, but as long as it works for you, that's fine. So I took a Target bag and I put the white ones in here. So this is the white ones already pre-cut. You know, I have some already cut like this. And when I did this before, I had one wreath where it was all red. So, you know, I just had nothing but red mesh and I just cut till my heart desire. I think I used about 6 or 7 rolls on that wreath form. Then I did another wreath where it was red and cream. So then I did so many red, so many cream. But now I want to do something a little bit different. Just kind of, you know, mix them up a little bit. So hang tight and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I did was I started to roll some of the mesh. So I got them rolled up like this. So as you can see, I'm doing every other red, white, because that's the colors that I want for my wreath. So here is my wreath form. And I typically, you know, it's kind of humped this way, and then this way it looks like it's kind of open. The way I like to do mine, I like to do it on the humped up side. So what I was taught, and what I'm teaching you guys, is to take your Deco mesh, have it look like this, pinch it in the middle like I got it, and instead of laying it on the wreath form this way where it's going up and down, lay it sideways so it looks like it's going across. So let me try to, and I'm actually doing this different than before. Because as you can see, I have a rim down here that you can see. So I'm kind of going to kind of play with that for a minute just to see if I like it. But that is how I was taught how to do it. So I pulled out the white and the red chenille stems. There is a lot more red than white. So I'm going to actually start with the red and then finish with the white. And the way it's going on there, once it gets completely full, you shouldn't be able to see the chenille stems at all. So I take the chenille stem, I still have it pinched together as you can see, and I'm going to lay it across the top of there. And be careful not to push them through. As you can see, I just messed that up. It's a learning curve. It's a process, I'm telling you. But you just want to make sure you have everything together. So let me look at it first and then I'll show you. Give me 1 second. And I just laid it down on here, and I'm going to take it, and as you can see, the chenille stem is coming through the back. I'm going to take it and I'm actually going to twist it and tighten it on like this. Now what I'm seeing, and that's exactly what I thought, because since I haven't done this now in what, 2 months, there is something that I forgot. I believe when I did this before, I used 6 curls, and right now I'm only using 4. So I'm actually going to take this off and add my additional 2 curls. That way I make sure that it's full once I put it on. So let me see here. Red, white, red, white. So I need another red one. And it will look kind of funny. It will look kind of messy in the beginning. But once you get it completely done and everything is tightened up and it's on there securely, it's beautiful. So, and you guys seen my wreaths. I'm impressed with them. Because like I said, I don't do all this stuff too often. but I'm learning, and it's coming together. So let me do this other white one here. But like I said, you take your curls. So like this one, see how it's all open, and these ones are more tightened up. So all I'm doing is taking it and rolling it together. And some of your curls will be a lot of mesh and some will not. It's okay. So you just try to make sure that each curl can be seen. And once you're completely done, like see there's another little fray. That one just came right off, but there's some right here that's still attached. Once you're completely done with your wreath, you can just trim those frays off. So now I have my 3. I'm going to take my chenille stem that's all crinkled up now. And I'm going to attach it to the wreath. And the one thing I will tell you, after I get this on here, is that you see these here? You want to make sure you put your curls in between the two little bands or whatever. So I will do a couple more just so you can see it, and then you'll see the final result at the end. So give me a second here. I gotta cut a little more, I think. So as you can see right now, see how it's just all kind of like laid down so it doesn't look, cute at all. But trust me, once it gets completely done, you will be very impressed. At least I was. Okay. And so one thing I did learn was, let the curls be as they may. Don't mess with them right away. Let them alone. Wait till the entire wreath is done. If you're like me, you can't wait. And so you mess with them. So like this one here is like bothering me. And yeah, I'll be working with that once it's completely done. So right now what I did was, the way I put it on is right next to the first bar. So my next set of curls will go on this side as opposed to this side. Normally I work top to right, but this time I have to work top to left, at least until I get this section done, just because of how I put it on the actual wreath form. So let me grab some more curls and get going. So we're just gonna, like I said, take them. This one, you see how long it is. And you can have yours definitely shorter than this, but that's just how it, came out when I cut it. So I'm just going to take it and roll it. And I'm doing it up here so you're able to see it. Of course, my shirt's red, so. Then I have a white one here. And as you get to the end of the roll of the Deco mesh, it's easier to curl them because they're so tightly curled around the little insert. So now you see I have the red and the white. So now I'm doing another red. Grab another white. And I'm actually rolling this on my lap, so just so you know. But see, here we go here. My last red one, and then I have one more white one. So I will show you how I put this on again, and then I'll show you the end result, or possibly midway through. And then one more white. So this time I'm just looking at the wreath form of how I have everything on there. So I'm definitely going to do every other. So how I have it, how I have these in my hand, I have red at the top, white at the bottom. On the wreath form, even though this one is bothering me, this first one I put on, I have white at the top, red at the bottom. So I'm going to turn this, because right now if I put it on the way it is in my hand, it will be the same. I want it to actually be different, so I'm going to switch it around and put it on. So let me just grab it, twist it around, grab my chenille stem. And Deco mesh, for whatever reason, it just loves to stick you and poke you and all this other little stuff. I will say, for those who may have issues with arthritis and things, this may not be the DIY for you, because my hands get tired and I don't have arthritis in my hands. So as you can see, I got the Wreath form here. All I'm doing is lifting this up. And I know this probably would be easier if I was at my desk, but when I'm doing a craft like this, I like to sit comfortably. So sitting at my desk is just not ideal for me. I know some people do. I can't. So I'm going to lay this down against the Wreath form. Once again, take my chenille stem, wrap it around. Now, where it is on the actual form is actually like so far over. So as you can see, it's like so far over from the other one, but I'm going to push it over. So just give me 1 second to lift it up. And you can do it right with your hand. And then once again, I just take the chenille stems, put them together, twist them up. And I'll also show you at the end what to do with the ends of the chenille stems, which I found was a great task too. So there we go. And you want to make sure that your chenille stem is tight in the middle. So I'm just going to untie mine for a second and tighten it up a little more, just because I wanted to make sure that it's good and tight. And all you do is just pull it and then twist it again. And then as you can see, I pushed it over. So this first one that I put on, like I said, this white curl that I have on here, it's really starting to bother me. But I'm not going to take it off, because once the actual Wreath form is completed, then I'll just fix it at that time. So just give me a second. I'm just fluffing a little bit so you're able to see. I'm just trying to make sure. Red, white. Oh, here we go. I was trying to find the other red one here. Just kind of push them up. So now you can see the Wreath form. So this side is laying down because it doesn't have another side to push it up like that and show the curls, just like this one. But you can see how it looks in the middle. So that is the Wreath form so far. And as I complete it, you will see it. So there. So I will continue to work on this and then show you the end result, and then show you what I plan to do with this ribbon. I believe it's going to do some great things once I get it completely done, but we'll see. So that is the way to get started. And like I said, I will show you the end result, as well as I'll link I'll, put some pictures at the end of the other wreaths that I've done, just so you can see them. Right now, everything is pretty much red that I have in my stock. But as time goes on, I will just continue to change the colors. So hang tight, and I'll show you the rest of the wreath. Thank you. Okay, so I'm getting further along, as you can see, compared to the beginning of the video. So this right here, what you see is one roll of red, one roll of white, and about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 sections on there so far. So you can see how much is still left to go. But I did want you to know exactly how much of the Deco mesh I am using. As I stated in the beginning, I do have 3 rows of red, 3 rows of white. I have just finished cutting up the second roll of white. I'm working on the second roll of red right now. I just wanted to let you know exactly how much mesh that you would need if you pick up the mesh from Dollar Tree. The rolls at Michael's are, I think, a little more mesh, so you may need less if you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But just in case, if you just decide, I want to just use just the Dollar Tree products, I'll let you know exactly how many rolls that I ended up using. And I believe, if memory serves, I believe I did use 6 to 7 rolls on the other wreaths that I did. And this is a 12-inch wreath form, just so you know. If you're, looking to go and buy the same exact size, this is a 12-inch wreath form, and they have them in all kinds of sizes. Sorry for bending down. I keep dropping the roll. It keeps rolling down my legs. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know, or let you see the progress here. I am going to finish cutting some more of these curls, get these curls on, and then I'll show you what it looks like with 4 rolls, so 2 red and 2 white on the wreath form. Alrighty, hang tight. Okay, so I just wanted to show you real quick the wreath again. So now I am more than 2/3. I got about a third left to go. I want to put at least one more right here, and then I need to do, I want to say, at least 3 more sets in these 2 rims here. So this is, of course, how it looks on the back. This is the front. And, of course, I still need to, trim it down and fix some of the curls and things like that. But this now, what you're seeing is basically 4 rolls of mesh. But I still have, and I don't know how I ended up doing this, I have 1 curl left from the second white roll. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 left from the second red mesh. So hopefully, especially because I still have to at least put 1 more on this side, and then I still have 2 sets to go. Hopefully I don't run out of the white mesh. I'm sure I won't run out of the red, but I'm hoping I don't run out of the white. And then I still have to incorporate my ribbon. Got my phrase here. So I still need to incorporate my ribbon. I will tell you, I still have red Deco mesh. I still have red Chanel stems left, so I have enough to finish the wreath. And as you can see, just looking at the wreath, you can't see the Chanel stems at all, because once you, push them together, then the Chanel stems basically disappear. So if I really wanted to, I could have used the pink ones and use my red ones for something else. But I wanted red, so that's fine. I'll just hold on to the pink ones, because I have a bunch of pink. I got them sitting in the bag here. I have a bunch of pink left, so I'll find something else, maybe for Easter, who knows. And then I haven't even used the white yet, because as you can see, there's nothing but red on the back. So I'm going to finish up the wreath, and then I will show you how to tie down the Chanel stems on the back. You can do it one of 2 ways. Some people just cut these off, like they'll twist them and then they'll cut them down. But Chanel stems or pipe cleaners, they have the wire in them and it scratches. So what I do and what I've learned is I basically just kind of tie mine all the way down. I twist mine together, tie them down. So I will show you that in a few minutes once I finish the rest of the wreath. So let me do that. I'm going to finish the wreath, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with this ribbon, if we use a ribbon at all, and then tie down the back so then you can see the wreath. Okay, so now the wreath is complete. This is the back of the wreath. I'm going to show you that first, just because I want to talk about how to keep the pipe cleaners from scratching your doors and your walls and things. So I'm going to show you how I take care of that. With the little pieces that are sticking out, as you can see that I'm playing with here. So at the top, I have connected them together. And then once it gets to the point where I can't get to the next one, see this one's a little further away, then I just take it and stick it underneath the rim, which goes into the actual mesh form. So then that way, the rough edges aren't really sticking out and scratching up walls and doors and things like that. You don't want to have your wreath scratching your doors. I mean, you just don't want that. And then if you're also giving this as a gift, you don't want to have this gift, messing up your recipient's doors or whatever they're going to put it on, mirrors. So I'm just going to finish twisting these off. And then I will come back and show you the final reveal. So just hang tight. Okay, so the moment that you all been waiting for. This wreath, I definitely did totally different than my Christmas wreaths. But I like the way it came out, so here it is. So as you can see, I did add the ribbon. I also have 2 picks on there with hearts. And I got these from Michael's. They were $1.29 a piece. And I really don't like a whole lot with my Deco mesh wreaths. So those picks were just perfect. And then adding in the ribbons right here to say love across the front. I just love that. So this one's kind of tucked in there. There we go. But yep, so that is my wreath. And then I also took the ribbon and made a hanger for it. Normally I would use the Chanel stems, but this time I want to add the ribbon. So that way when I hang it on the door, you'll be able to see the ribbon and it matches with the ribbon down here along with the hearts. One thing I also like about this, I can use this not only for Valentine's Day, because I can definitely remove the picks, add something different. You know, I can use this for Christmas or whatever. I'm definitely going to do one purple and gold for Christmas this coming 2016 Christmas. So I'm excited about that. But here's the back of the wreath. And as you can see, I'll get closer. Everything is all tied down. So there should be nothing that will scratch the door or scratch on the window or mirror, wherever I put it. But yeah, this is my wreath for Valentine's Day 2016. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging tight for this DIY video. I know a lot of you had asked and requested this, so I did go ahead and do this. I will attach a couple of pictures of the other wreaths that I did. I just did 2 other ones. One's all red. The other one is red and cream and gold. So hope you like this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in a new video. Bye-bye.